What is going on? What is going on? Double shot. Another minute, and then we're gonna get right to it. Of course, I hope everybody is blessed. It's Friday evening, Friday night, which I know could be a very busy night for a lot of us. But yeah, it's Friday. I am currently New York City, of course. New York City, 69th Street. 69th and Columbus, 69th and Broadway, Manhattan. All right, so another 30 seconds, and we're going to get into the discussion tonight. All right, so today we talking editing, right? Of course, this is about full-time content creation and the editing side of it, the editing beast. Because the editing, the editing side of the content creation is an absolute beast. All right, you see that thing going around with the gorilla and 100 people? The gorilla is editing. Yeah, editing is the monster in the room. And you got to be up to the challenge. You got to make sure you have a proper amount of sleep, because the last thing you want to do is need to edit a project and you're tired. You don't want to be editing a project and you're operating at, 30% of your best self. So before you edit a project, you need to sleep. You got to have an ample amount of sleep, so that way you got the creative juices flowing. You know what I'm saying? And also, um, when you have other things to do in your life, I'm good. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Um, like, I go to so right now my life is full-time content creation. So the main things that I make sure I make sure every day that I'm doing something in the creative space. If it's recording, it's recording. If it's editing, it's editing. If it's just planning out something new to do, it's that. If it's traveling somewhere to check out the scenery, so I can say, you know what, I'm gonna shoot some content here one day, or I'm gonna come back and shoot some content here. But one of the things that I do every day is I go to the gym. So what you find now these days is that when you're in the life of full-time content creation, it really takes over your whole life. It's the main priority of your life. So you pretty much have to structure. It's about structure. You have to structure your day. And guys, please, if you can you like and subscribe to the channel, please? Thank you, thank you. Um, you really have to structure your day. That's the main thing, because when you start working on a project, when you start working on a project, sometimes you don't know when it's gonna end. It could sometimes I plan on going to bed early, and I end up going to bed 6 a.m. So it really is something that takes over your life. So one of the things, like tonight is Friday, and I'm sure there's a lot going on. There's really a lot going on. There's parties. The weather's nice, as you can see. Right? No more jackets in New York. So the weather's pretty nice. So everybody's outside now. But knowing that I have important things to do tomorrow, I can't afford to go out and drink and have drinking be the reason why I wake up late tomorrow, or I'm not at 100%. I want to be at 100% because I have to give it my best, because it's so much pride involved in this content creating thing, and it's so fun and it's so liberating that it really essentially takes over your life, and it makes you kind of become, you're not really selfish in a way that that you're trying to keep something from somebody else, but you're selfishly wanting to give. You're selfishly wanting to create. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you're selfishly wanting to create so much that you pretty much put everything else on the back burner. So when it comes to the editing, you have to really structure your life. It's about structure, you know, because like I said, the editing aspect is a monster that can pretty much engulf your whole day. You can start editing at 11 a.m. and be finished at 11 p.m. Your whole day. It'll take over your whole day. And you'll look up and say, man, I haven't done anything. So you got to watch what you eat, because if not, you'll be eating trash all day. You'll be eating garbage all day. You know, you got to make sure you do the important. You got to wake up earlier. You got to get up early. You got to get up early and get whatever you need done. You got to get it done. See, look, I was inside all day. I was in the house all day long, from sitting down in the chair, editing a video for one of my channels. And I have a few channels. I have a couple of faceless channels that I am growing organically. And I have a fitness channel that I'm growing organically also. And I'm going to be sharing those with you guys soon. But yeah, I was in the house all day sitting down in a chair. My back was hurting. So I laid down and I took a nap. And now I'm out. I came to get a double shot espresso instead of, getting some alcohol or something like that, Because I don't want to be counterproductive. I'm trying to be as productive as possible on this content creating journey. I want to be productive as possible. I want to be aware as possible. I want to be in the moment as much as possible, because another one of the things that you learn is you got to be in the moment. You want to be in the moment. You want to enjoy the experience. Last night I went out and I did a photo shoot. So I did a photo shoot last night, and yeah, you just that's why. Here's the reason why I encourage everybody to, if you're thinking about it, become a content creator, because you never know where it's going to take you. Like, I've been to the United Nations already, doing an event at the United Nations with a group, United Nations in New York City, and I got paid pretty good. I got paid nicely for that job, and it allows you to put yourself out there because that's what it's about. The content creating journey, it'll take you places that you would not have imagined, and that's the great thing about it. You're gonna meet people that you wouldn't have imagined you would have met, and that's the great thing about it. So I always encourage you guys to get into the content creating scene ASAP, as soon as possible. Start tonight. Yeah, it's important. All right, so that's really what I wanted to come on here and say tonight. I just came out to get a double shot of this espresso, get some fresh air, and I'm gonna be heading back home. I have some projects to complete that I want to have complete for Sunday, and yeah, it has been an experience, to say the most, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Yep. So right now we're just gonna stroll through, excuse me, New York, NYC, NYC. Yep. So yeah. All right, y'all. So that's why I just wanted to come in here and share that little information on the life of an editor. A lot of people, they they want to outsource the editing. Like, I always hear people say, "Oh, you should give your editing work to somebody in the Philippines, or you should outsource it to this or outsource it to that." Me, I like to learn. I like to work on things. I like to perfect the craft. Like some people, they can't sit down and get things done. I don't mind sitting down and working on something. I enjoy sitting down and working on something and seeing the elevation, the levels that you go through of learning and getting better every day at something. I'm all for that. Some people, they want to just outsource the work. Oh, it's too much work for me. Let me send it off to somebody in Africa to do it. No, I can do it. I can take care of that. I like to put my personalized touch, because for me, that's what it's about. It's about the personalized touch that you're able to put on any project that you're working on. All I don't want to send the job to the Philippines and have somebody in the Philippines take care of it, of something that I can do for myself. You know what I'm saying? What kind of camera is that? You know, on something that I can do for myself. Also, um, yeah, that's just where I'm coming from with it, you know. And the better you get with the editing, like the more accomplished you feel, you know. So the life of an editor. But the other thing is, when I'm not editing, like tonight, I'm off for editing. I'm done tonight. Even though I'm gonna get back to it tomorrow, so I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna make, you know, that's counterproductive. I'm not gonna do anything like that. But the other thing is, when you finish your projects, let's say I have projects I'm working on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. When I know that I'm not working on Thursday, I'm not working on Thursday. I don't open a laptop to work on any jobs. I just leave that alone. You know, when you're working, you're working. When you're at the beach, you're at the beach. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring your work to the beach. You know, don't bring your work to the gym. Don't bring your work anywhere else outside of the workspace and the work time. When work is over. Just let work be done and move on. You know, so that's how I'm approaching it. So that way I don't feel like I'm overwhelmed or overburdened with the work. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little tip that I learned from Jim Rohn. When you work, you work. When you're at the beach, enjoy the sand, enjoy the sun, enjoy the water, enjoy the sights at the beach. Don't bring your work to the beach and then you're not enjoying your time at the beach because you're, you know, all caught up in work. So you got to just leave one for one time and the other for the other time. And that's okay because you're going to always have time to get back to your work, you know, because editing can be very was almost like addictive. Editing can be almost, in a sense, addictive. Like you want to do it, you want to do it, you want to tackle it, you want to overcome it, you want to get through it. So that's just my thoughts on editing. I know I'm going on and on and on and on, but that's the life of an editor. And guess what? There's a lot of money in it too. There's money in it. There's money in it. And one thing I don't share with my clients is the amount of work that I have to do. You just let your work speak for itself. You know, you set a price and you let the work speak for itself. If they want to retain you, they retain you. If not, they're not. But most of the time, they see your work through somebody else. You know, I might deliver a project to someone and they may post it on their YouTube or post it on their Instagram. And from there, they say, oh, who edited your video? And they say, oh, Pesh did it. Okay, what's his number? What's his Instagram? And the next thing you know, I'm getting a text message or I'm getting a DM saying, hey, I got your information from such and such. I really like the video that you did for them. Can you do something for me like that? And how much do you charge? Boom. So it's really that simple. But they don't need to know the work that you put in. You don't have to go tell them, oh, hey, yeah, I'm going to have to go sit here for 10 hours and I got to do this and I got to do that and I got to do this and that. None of that matters. You just, you set your price and the people that are serious and want your service, they'll pay you without an issue. They'll pay you without a second guess. They'll pay you up front. You know, they'll pay you up front. So you won't ever have to worry about having customers, having clients, having work to do. You'll always have work to do if you're actively working because your work is going to carry itself. Your work will carry itself from here where I am in New York City to California over the internet, you know, over the internet. Your work will carry from, I'm in New York City right now on 68th Street in Broadway. And I can do some work for somebody right here and their cousin will see it, or maybe a stranger will see it on their page, and they'll contact them in their DM and say, "Hey, who did that work?" And then I'll be doing work for somebody in California tomorrow, and they'll send me the money. They'll send it to me tonight without a problem. So don't worry about getting paid. Don't worry about getting customers. Don't worry about getting clients. You're going to get it if you are actively on your job. And that's all it really takes. That's all it takes. That's all it's about. All right? So, you okay? So, yeah. That's all it's about. So, it's the life of an editor. Right now, I'm just going to get some fresh air out here. Take a walk. Probably go down to Columbus Circle. And, yeah, head back uptown. All right, so please, if you can, like, subscribe to the channel. Let me let the ambulance pass. Yeah, so if you can, please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna be doing these live streams. I'm gonna go for every day. I'm gonna try to, upload every day and just, let you guys know about my experience for that day. You know, so any information you can take from it, it's all there for you. All right, so like and subscribe. Peace and God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.